Hey Ledley, nice to see you.
How you doing?
Can you walk me through how you start your day right now that you're a Spurs ambassador?
Well, my day can be varied. I can be either at the stadium, working closely with the community, or I can be at the training ground working with partners. It's something I really look forward to doing.
What was your football idol growing up?
My football idols would be Paolo Maldini. He was a top defender, one of my favourites for sure.
What's the biggest challenge you faced while you were starting out?
Probably the doubters, the people that said that you're not going to make it. You know, it's going to be difficult, but just believing in yourself.
So, what advice would you give to young kids who dream of becoming footballers?
Work as hard as possible and have the self-belief in yourself.
If you weren't a footballer, what would you have been?
Probably stayed in sports, boxer maybe. Like a bit of boxing.
Nice. I love that. When did your talent for football become clear?
I'd probably say around secondary school, when I got to about 11 years old. You notice that kids are older than you and you're better than them. That's when it stood out to me.
That's brilliant. And then, so what do you do on your days off then?
Relax. I like to relax. I'm a chilled kind of guy, so just family time, not too much. I don't have another sport that I play or anything like that, so it's just very relaxed.
Cool, that's brilliant. What's your favourite Netflix series right now, Ledley?
I've just finished watching Genius. It was a Kanye documentary that I found really interesting. He's a fascinating guy. Really enjoyed it.
What's something about yourself that people wouldn't know?
Ooh, what wouldn't they know? That I once, playing for England under 16s, was told maybe I should be a goalkeeper.
Wow, did you ever try that?
No.
What's it like being a Spurs ambassador then?
I love it. I've been involved in the club since I was 14 years old, so to still be here connected with the fan base, working with partnerships, working closely in the community, is something that I love doing.
In all the stadiums you've played in the world, where is the craziest location?
Probably have to say playing in Turkey against Besiktas was the atmosphere in the game in the stadium was unbelievable. It was a real experience for us playing in there. The fans were electric, and the thing is, they was actually quite hostile, but we managed to turn them around where they actually applauded us at the end of the game.
So how has football changed since when you were playing?
A lot more emphasis on playing out from the back. I think all teams now want to start their attacks from their goalkeeper. It's something that's different to when I played, where it's 50-50 in terms of the goalkeeper kicking out or playing out. But now most teams are trying to play out from the back.
What's the most memorable moment in your career?
Most memorable moment would have to be winning the Carling Cup for the club, being captain. It was a dream come true. It was something that I'd wanted to do from a long time and a young age. As I say, I was 14 when I joined the club, and it was always a dream of mine to hopefully lift some silverware for the club. So for sure it'd be that.
What has been the biggest challenge as an athlete that you didn't anticipate when you first started?
I think one of the biggest things that people don't really think about is having to deal with the adversities in terms of injuries and things like that happen to players. It's there's a lot of ups and downs in a career, and having that ability to keep believing, keep fighting back is really important.
And you've played against some great players, some great athletes. Can you tell me the striker you feared the most and why?
I never feared any strikers. I always enjoyed the challenge of playing against the best. So for me, Henry was probably the best striker that I played against in the Premier League. But I love the challenge. Never feared.
They say what happens in the changing room stays in the changing rooms. Shall we have a look at them?
Let's go and have a look. Why not?
What was your best moment here?
Unfortunately for me, I didn't have the opportunity to play in this fantastic stadium. But the old stadium, White Hart Lane, had some great memories, and beating Arsenal 5-1 in the cup, beating Chelsea 5-1 in the cup once.
Do you have any pre-match rituals or superstitions at all?
I did, yeah, I did. I always put my left side on first, so my left boot, my left sock, they would always go on before my right. I don't know why I done it. It's something that I always did.
Yeah, that's
funny
cool.
enough, it's something that I still continue to do.
So what kind of music would you probably be listening to before the match?
For me, normally hip hop music. I know that different players like different things. That's why you'll see players with headphones on, because they like to, kind of listen to their own style of music. For me, I liked hip hop, and normally, if anything was playing in the speakers in the change room, it would be hip hop.
Did you ever get to control what music was being played?
I had the option to control it, but I preferred to let others have that pressure of controlling the music. So, we always had one guy that always had the latest music, and he would put stuff on for us.
So what would you actually eat before the game?
Very simple. Pasta, chicken. If it was an early kickoff, a 12 o'clock kickoff, then maybe just some scrambled eggs, some toast, anything like that. So it could vary in terms of the time of the games.
What do you say to yourself before you walk into a stadium like this? I know you said you didn't play here, but what does it feel like?
It's electric. It really is. You can feel the atmosphere as players as you kind of enter the tunnel. You can feel the adrenaline, and really you just can't wait to get onto the pitch and feel that roar from the crowd. It's something that you can't really explain.
And how does that make you feel?
It makes you feel 10 foot tall straight away. You're ready to go out there and do battle and try and get the 3 points or the win.
Wow, this looks absolutely amazing. This is incredible.
Unbelievable stadium.
Did you ever get scared to play in front of thousands of people?
I wouldn't say scared. Always had nerves. From my first game to my last game, the nerves were there, but the nerves are something that you have to deal with. You learn to deal with as a professional, and I think it's important to have some kind of nerves. It means that you really care.
So what's your favourite memory of playing in a stadium?
As I said before, I think winning the trophy for the club is my favourite memory. To be part of the history of the club. When I walk around the stadium and I see a picture of myself holding the cup with Robbie Keane, that's something that's really special to me.
Yeah, that was an amazing day. Can you show me what makes a perfect tackle? Don't show it on me though.
Perfect tackle. So people would think that you have to go to ground to make a perfect tackle. It doesn't have to be. You can stand up and win a tackle. You could win a tackle just by anticipating. Of course, we would like to see the slide tackle as well. I can't do that anymore, unfortunately.
Okay, Ledley. So you're here. It's 3-2 against Arsenal. The referee is about to finish the game. What is the experience like?
Already you can feel it bubbling in the crowd. They're just waiting for the final whistle. As players, you're waiting for that whistle to go, but at the same time, you're concentrating. The game is still going on, so you just can't wait for that moment for the whistle to blow, and you can celebrate with your teammates.
What do you consider to be the best game that you've ever played?
Personally, I'm not sure. I think the best games are always the ones that involve team performances for me and team wins. So, as I said, beating Arsenal 5-1 in the semi-final was a massive game for us, and one that I'll never ever forget.
So who is the person you look out for in the crowd after a great match?
I think naturally you look for your teammates. They're the guys that you put in the hard work with throughout the week and on the pitch. So I think naturally you gravitate towards your teammates, and then after that it's maybe the manager and the staff that have also been putting in the work through the hard week. And then into the crowd, you might look for your family members who are sitting in there. So, it's great to share these moments with them.
So you have played over 300 games for Spurs. Who was your favourite player you actually played with?
Oh, that's a tough one. I've got so many great favourites. I loved Jermaine Defoe, Robbie Keane, Michael Dawson, Aaron Lennon. We just had a great bunch of guys. Jermaine Genius. A great bunch of guys that got on really well. So it's always difficult to pick one.
So if you had to play a game again, which game would it be?
I'll probably pick a loss and turn it into a win. So I played in the Carling Cup final the year after we won it, and we played Man United. We lost on penalties. So it'd be nice to change that one around and win that one.
Mental exhaustion or physical? What's harder to overcome?
I'd probably say mental is probably more difficult. I think physical, is something that you're used to dealing with from a very young age. You work hard every day throughout the week, for these moments. So I think that's something that you're a little bit more accustomed to, a little bit used to, and something that you can push through a little bit easier. So I'd say mental is more difficult.
What did you do to hydrate when you were playing?
I'd often come to the side and get some water or an energy drink of some sort. That was it was quite simple. Yeah.
Did you ever take electrolytes like O.R.S hydration tablets?
There was some that some of the players did take. Me was normally just an energy drink or some water. Especially with my knee problems, I didn't train too much. So sometimes it was even sweets, just a few sweets, just to kind of get the energy levels up. It was important for me at times, sometimes 70 minutes, 80 minutes into a game, just to get a little energy boost.
We are almost at the end of our 36 questions, Ledley. How do you think the beautiful game has evolved since you last stepped foot out on the pitch?
I think that the game is improving for the better. I think that the connection, especially between the fans and the players, especially with social media these days, is something where the players really feel a connection, a close bond with the players. And in terms of the games on the pitch, it's got quicker. I think it's got more exciting. I think the players are even more technical than they ever was before. So for me, the game is improving all the time, which is great to see.
Did you feel like you missed out with that interaction with the fans so closely?
Not me personally. I've been at the club since I was 14, so I've always been a local lad, and I've always had that connection as a homegrown player with the fans, and that's something I continue to do to this day. So for me, I've always had this connection with the football club and the fans.
Thank you for speaking to us today. Is there anything you'd like to say to the Spurs fans watching this?
Yeah, I'd just like to say thank you for being such loyal fans. In the last 10 years or so, we've moved to this amazing stadium, amazing training ground, and we're working hard now to make sure that we can get it right on the pitch. We have one of the best managers out there, and we're going to continue to keep working hard, keep improving, and hopefully bring success soon.